Earlier this month, Amazon made an announcement that shocked the book tech community. They are bringing back the option to download Kindle books. Not even a year ago, Amazon made this change where you no longer could download the books that you've purchased from the Kindle store. This went absolutely viral, but Amazon stuck with their decision. They doubled down and they locked every single Kindle book to the Kindle ecosystem. What this meant is if you wanted to read a book that you purchased from Amazon on a different device, say for example like a Kobo, or maybe you just want to download a copy to your computer as a backup, you could no longer do this. Now in January of next year, just in a few weeks as of recording this video, they are bringing back the download button. And at first glance, this sounds like a huge win for us bookworms, but there are some major caveats that you have to know about. Let me explain. To truly understand what Amazon is doing, we first have to understand the concept of DRM, which stands for Digital Rights Management. In reality, Amazon is not bringing back the download button for every single book that you've purchased before. What they are doing though is giving publishers the option of whether or not they want to have DRM enabled on their books. DRM is basically a special type of encryption that is used very commonly on books, movies, music, or anything else you can download digitally. It basically locks down the file to only be accessed on one specific device. Publishers typically want to use DRM because it prevents bad actors from downloading files and sharing them with people who haven't paid for them. At the same time though, it prevents real customers like you and me from being able to download our books and use them on all the devices that we actually own. And research shows that DRM doesn't actually do much to stop piracy. Hackers will always find a way around the system. So earlier this year, even before Amazon removed the functionality of downloading books, I was able to download all of my books from my Kindle account, no problem, but every single file had DRM enabled. Now, even though it technically isn't legal depending where you live, it was easy enough at the time to remove the DRM from all the book files that you've downloaded. You can download all your Kindle books pretty easily and remove the DRM from every single one. Now, what Amazon is doing is bringing back that download button, but not for every single book in your library. What they're only going to be doing is bringing it back for the books that publishers have specifically opted into for not having DRM on them. In one way, this is actually better than before because the download button will be there and you can download books without DRM right from the get-go and have full access to the EPUB and PDF like you want. But on the other hand, this download button will not be there for everything. So what do all these changes actually mean for bookworms like us? This has to be a good thing, right? I feel like I'm in a pretty unique position to be talking about this topic because on top of being a book tech YouTuber, I've also self-published a handful of books on Amazon myself, so I know how the Kindle publishing process works. If you're interested in checking out the books that I've written, I'll leave a link down below to my personal bookstore. What I typically do is I sell my books on Amazon, but I also have my own bookstore on my website where people can download the book directly from me. Now, if somebody does buy a book from my bookstore, they don't have to worry about DRM or anything like that, which is why I've always offered this as an option. But now, technically speaking, I can just tell Amazon not to put DRM on my books and not worry about this at all. With that being said though, I still plan on selling books directly on my own website because on the Kindle store, Amazon will take a 30% commission from every single book that I sell. Ultimately, I do think this is a very positive change that Amazon is making. What they're effectively doing is giving power to the authors and publishers to decide for themselves whether or not they want to have DRM and whether or not they want people downloading their books. At the same time, I'm highly skeptical that we're going to start seeing every single book that we purchased have the download button available again. For small authors like myself who have full control over the books that I publish, I can easily go in and opt in already. I've already done that for all of my books, but I don't think I'll be seeing this for all the other books that I've purchased myself. These changes that Amazon is making does require someone to go into the account and manually opt in to make your books available without DRM. It is not a default change, especially for more popular books that have thousands, if not millions of people buying them. I highly doubt that these traditional publishers are going to go in and remove DRM from these big titles. Previously though, once you turn DRM on for your books, there was no way to turn it off. So I do like the option now of being able to change this setting whenever I want after the fact. So yes, for the authors out there that do decide to disable DRM and give access to the book files to their customers, this is a wonderful change. I think a lot of people are going to be really happy with it. But if I had to guess, I don't think we'll be seeing this download button appear for very many books. I think the vast majority of authors and publishers are not going to opt into these changes and things will remain just the way they are. If you are interested in learning more about this world of DRM and doing some fun things with your Kindle, I have a whole video that talks about Kindle jailbreaking, which is a very interesting topic to talk about. Link for that video on the screen right now. Thank you you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.